Welcome back, everybody, to another episode of the Clutch Talk podcast /YouTube/We Do It All. As always, I'm your host, John. Very happy to be here. Y'all already know who it is, man. If you're on YouTube, you already see what it is, man. It's my brother Junior in the building. What's good, bro?
What's good, brother? How you doing, man? I'm excited to be back on. Ready to chat some hoops. It's been a while since I've been on too, so I'm looking forward to it. It's a good episode today.
Yes, sir, man. We got a fire episode on the way. Jam-packed episode, y'all. Y'all know we come with the Pirtle game first. We got our up or down report. We got our star bench cut segment, and we also got a new segment here. I'm gonna do a little quiz with you. I'm gonna show him some logos, some teams here. He's gonna tell me what's the first player to come to mind. So test that knowledge, man. Just trying to play around with it, man. But we are happy to be here, man. For all the family, if you're on YouTube, make sure you smash that subscribe button. Apple Podcasts, Spotify, leave a nice ranking down below. And don't forget, as always, guys, to get at us on Instagram, TikTok, Twitter. We on all that, man. Just look up Clutch Talk Pod. But if all that's out the way, you ready to get into it, Junior?
Ready.
Let's get straight into it, man. So we about to get into, you already know what it is, man. The Pirtle game. Y'all know how we come in with this one. We got to guess the player. This is Junior's first time on the pod guessing the Pirtle game, man. So this should be real fun.
Now they named it the Porto game because of his performance yesterday.
That might have been because that is true. We do got to talk about that, y'all. Me and Junior did go to the Clippers and Spurs game yesterday, and boy, Pirtle was killing, y'all. He was killing.
They still got whooped.
They got whooped. It was crazy, y'all. Pirtle was killing. So that's probably why they made this game, because they were like, man, we know he's gonna kill in that game. That Junior and John are gonna go to. So let's just name the game after him. But y'all know what it is, man. If you're new to the pod, you how to play. If a green in any column indicates that's a match. Yellow in the team column indicates that the mystery player once played for the team but does not currently anymore. Yellow in the position column indicates that a particular match to the mystery player's position. So, if it was like Curry and we chose John Moran, 2-point guards. Yellow in any other column indicates that the attribute is within 2 inches, 2 years, or 2 numbers of the mystery player. And again, we always got our silhouette mode, and all that's going to do is show us the player. We don't really know who it is.
It's tough, man.
It's tough. But all right, let's go ahead and get into it, man. Junior, what you feeling for the first guess? I'm gonna be over here typing, so I need you to man the mic right here. All right.
Okay.
Who are you feeling?
All right, let's start.
Any current player.
Let's start with Alex Caruso.
Alex Caruso. Okay. So he's a guard. He's a guard because remember, so it's green in the guard. So he's a guard. Looks like he's below 6'5" and below the number 6.
Okay. So he's under 6'5" and he wears a number less than 6. All right, now it starts getting interesting. Okay. So let's do, and he's older than 28 and he's a guard. Try Damian Lillard.
Try Dame?
Yeah.
Oh! He got Dame on the second one, y'all. He got it on the second one. Hey, y'all, look at that. Look, if you're on YouTube, you see I'm highlighting. You solved it in 2 guesses. Oh, man.
I saw the guard. I saw everything else number. I know he's older than Caruso. I know his number is lower. I know he's a guard. I know he's shorter than 6'5".
Oh, man. He really got Dame, y'all. He got it on the second guess. Y'all, I don't even think me and Jay's ever got it on the first one. So this is huge, Junior.
I was like, every possibility.
And he got, man, on the second guess. Like, I think the closest me and Jay got it was like probably 3rd, 4th guess. This personal record right here. This Clutch Talk record right here, man. Shout out Junior.
They're gonna rename it the Junior guessing game.
The Junior guessing game, man. Come on, man. We need to rename this the right way because Junior got that in a GIF, man. That was crazy. Shout out to you for that, my brother.
Appreciate that.
But yeah, so that's how we're gonna get started into the episode today, guys. Now we're gonna get into these up or down reports. Y'all know what it is. I'm gonna give you a statement. You let me know if you're up or down on it. We could talk a little bit more on it, or just keep it pushing. Is that cool?
Okay.
Man, all right, let's go ahead and kick it off. It wouldn't be right for us to not talk about the Lakers if you're on this pod, which we exactly Lakers representative. Unfortunately, right now we're representing the Lakers, but let's go ahead and get into it. Westbrook gotten a lot better since he's came off the bench. And like not only has it been visible to people who aren't even like Lakers fans, but people just that are studying the game and see his percentages are getting better. He's just playing his role better. His confidence looks better. He's getting standing ovations when he comes in. Yeah. But still, in my opinion, the biggest issue on the Lakers, and still should be moved. Again, that's just in my opinion. So up or down on Westbrook still needing to be traded, or
he still needs to be traded. His performance has improved, and I think coming off the bench is something that helps both him and the Lakers, because it helps the Lakers be a better team, and it helps him increase his trade value, increase his value. I mean, the outlook on him, right? Like a month ago he was probably one of the worst players in the league, right? I think people also not thinking he's an all-star now, but the perception of him has improved a little bit. So, it's a situation, him coming off the bench where both parties win for now. Still having him on the roster, if the team is trying to win, paying $47 million a year for a player to come off the bench
just doesn't work.
It just doesn't. He is great off the bench, but that's also, there's a lot of other factors involved there. He's playing against second units. He's getting to do the primary ball handling, which you cannot do that when he's a starter because LeBron's doing that.
Yeah.
So, I think still up on trading him, but I'm happy to see, some improvement. I mean, it was obvious he should have been starting from the bench.
It really was.
So,
it really was.
I mean, it's like the conversation we were having the other day. Does the front office know what they're doing? Does management know what they're doing? But at least, I'm glad that better late than never. They got that one, handled, and now the next step is, trying to find a home for him. Man. Maybe with his performances, he'll fit in somewhere else.
Man, pick up. Yeah, hopefully he can pick up that trade value a bit, because it just got super shot after the Lakers didn't want to bench him after he refused to go to the bench. So it just shot his value. But yeah, I mean,
I will say, I'm sorry.
Go ahead. You're good.
But I will say, his trade value is still pretty garbage, though.
No, it's still pretty garbage. Yeah, absolutely. I mean, any team that takes him just wants to go for Victor Wembanyama, in my opinion. Yeah. You're not taking Westbrook and you're like, all right, like, here's my chess move, and this is how I'm going to get better as a team, because he's just not there anymore as a player.
It's a good move. The team is already tanking.
Man,
it's a good move, because the contract comes off the books next year, or this year, like at the end of this year. So it's just this year to deal with. But I mean, it depends. We're gonna have to see. If teams are willing to, I guess, have him on the roster for that long. And I'm curious to see what's going to happen with him after the season. Is he signing for a minimum somewhere? Is he going to refuse to take a minimum contract and retire?
He's going to go like Dwight, go to like China and score 50 points and like 20 rebounds every night.
Remember Stephon Marbury did that.
Yeah.
Stephon Marbury was like
Jimmer Fredette too.
Yeah, I mean, and Marbury was like he's a legend.
He was like Jordan in China. Yeah.
So T-Mac did that for a minute too. But T-Mac was a legend both here
and
Marbury was too. I'm not even trying to bag on Marbury.
T-Mac just went through some injuries, and then Marbury just went through just some personal life stuff, and just kind of made it hard for him. But they're, man, the two definitely legends. But that's an interesting question. Up or down on Westbrook being in the league? Do you think he's going to be in the league?
I still think.
Me too. I still think he's an NBA caliber player.
So long as you understand that he's coming off the bench on most teams, the teams that he'd be starting on aren't very competitive teams. That's just the point of his career that he's at right now, and that's no hate. That's no nothing. That's just a reality of the sport.
Yeah, I mean, Father Time's undefeated. I mean, and except for LeBron. That is true. But a lot of people talked about how, like, when you're an OG and you can't accept the fact that you're coming off the bench, like, you're ruining your career. Like, remember I think Melo's still getting blackmailed out of the league because of that interview he had at OKC where he's like, come off the bench. I'm not coming off the bench. And when he was like already a couple years removed from his prime, he wasn't Melo anymore. He wasn't scoring like that. And then he had to come back to the Blazers, accept that role off the bench. And then that's when, and that made all the difference, right? And then Melo kind of, people started accepting him again and realized, oh, wow, he could really be a scorer off the bench and all that. But these superstars who can't accept their role end up shooting themselves in the foot.
Yeah.
Melo, Dwayne? Dwight. Oh, Dwight. Oh, yeah, facts. Dwight.
I mean, he was out of the league before he came back.
Facts, Dwight. Yeah, he's like crying for a spot in the league. Yeah, so.
Allen Iverson.
Man, yeah, but his attitude did to himself too. Yeah,
well, because he didn't want to be coming off the bench.
Yeah,
right? But then look on the flip side. Look at somebody like Vince Carter. He was able to have his peak,
Man.
understood when his peak was done, and extended his career.
Extended it. Like he played till like he was 40 or something like that, right?
40
Some of I think he stopped just because of COVID. He was like, all right, I'm done because of COVID. Like, that's crazy. Man, all right. Well, yes, Westbrook still got to get off his team. I'm up on that as well, my brother. Let's keep it pushing here. Let's get to the next statement here. The Kings actually recently been serving. They're currently in the 8th seed at right up, huh?
The beam they light up from the golden one.
No, I don't know. I'm not. I thought you were talking about because Sack is up.
Every time the beams win,
every time the beams win.
Every time the Kings win, they light up a beam.
Oh, that's dope. The Golden One Center. I've been there and I never even seen that.
I mean, you have to be there and they have to wear.
And yeah, I don't think I ever been there for a Kings win. I'm not gonna lie. So yeah,
they light up the beam. So everyone they get
light up the beam. Okay, well then light the beam up because they've been lighting the beam up a lot this season so far because for the Kings, 8th seed is amazing. 8-6 is amazing. They're on a 5-game win streak, second in the league right now for most points per team per game. Up or down? Will this finally be the year the Kings break their 16 season drought of making the playoffs? Will this finally be the year that they make the playoffs? Up or down? Down. Yeah, I got to be down there too.
There's more.
They let down every time.
8 teams in the. I mean, I guess
it's
6 now, right? 6 that get in for sure, and then
6 that get in for sure, and then 7 through 10 are playing. Absolutely.
So they're definitely not top 6. And to be honest with you, I don't think they're going to be top 10 either. If they happen to maybe squeeze into, look, the Warriors are in 11th right now. They'll pass them. I think it's early enough in the season that the Timberwolves will probably pass them.
Maybe.
Pelicans should be able to pass them.
The Pelicans should, for sure.
I'm going to tell you this right now. I know they're not looking like it, but the Lakers should be able to pass them.
The Lakers should absolutely. But honestly, I'm tired of the blasphemy, bro. A healthy LeBron and a healthy AD, this team is a playoff team.
It's a playoff
Stop. Stop. I don't care who is on this team. I don't care. I know they can't shoot. I know they're scrubs. Lakers with LeBron and Anthony Davis healthy. And I get it. That's a big if because when is Anthony Davis healthy? I get it. But if you get a healthy Anthony Davis 2020 and you get a LeBron, I don't care how old he is, you get LeBron, in my opinion, the greatest player of all time, pick up a basketball at this age, healthy. As long as they play and they're not the fullest, we make the playoffs. No doubt about it. You just GOAT. The GOAT, and then a Hall of Famer. No doubt about it. No, baby go. But anyway, get back to it.
I mean, they have other players popping too.
Yeah,
we got Lonnie Walker taking care of business.
Dennis came back.
I think that there is hope for this Lakers team. It's
Absolutely.
Early on, the season did start as a disaster, but I mean, it's 14 games out of 82.
Come on,
a lot
we into this.
And I mean, it's starving him too. It's for his first 14 games coaching. His first few games, he
shit the bed.
No, and you can see how he coached his first few games as opposed to his first 7 compared to his last 7.
Mm-hmm.
Right? You can see he's already making improvements as a coach. No one's going to get it right for the first jump. You're going to have to go see where you're wrong and make adjustments. And I'm happy with the adjustments that Darvin Ham.
Jason Kidd.
Yeah.
Jason Kidd
too. Jason Kidd's a great example. So
Jason Kidd.
That being said, this is the Sacramento Kings part. So, Sacramento Kings. I don't think they'll be making the playoffs.
Me either.
I'll throw a caveat in there. Maybe by some injuries happen, things go their way. They may be able to sneak into a play-in, but even that I don't think will happen. And I don't, like I said, play off when it gets to the playoffs, which is the 8 teams that make the playoffs.
Yeah,
the 6 ones that make automatically, and the 2 that qualify via the play-in. The Kings will not be in those 8.
Yeah, I don't think the Kings.
This gets soundbited later.
Maybe. It'll be dope. I'd love to see the Kings make it. Me and the family, we always head up to the Kings game oftentimes. Me and baby girl and a wife, we head up to the Golden One Center to watch the Kings. So it'd be cool to see them play out some meaningful basketball because I swear the tickets be like $3, man. But
the Clippers and
the Clippers and the Kings, those are the cheapest tickets in the Bay and cheaper than the Cali, man. But all right, I'm down with you right there, brother. I don't think the Kings are gonna make it. They every year, they start to play real good and then they let down, man. So, all right, let's keep pushing. Next, up or down on the Warriors just not being the same team anymore that they were last year. Up or down?
It's a tough one. That's a tough one. I mean, obviously, when you look at it on paper, on the standings,
Mm-hmm.
they're not where they used to be, right? But I think, we're looking at a lot of Klay Thompson struggles, which I don't remember the last time Klay Thompson was a bad player.
Man.
Right? So that'll be that's a big hit. Obviously, Curry's still balling. Jordan Poole's a little inconsistent, which makes it tough for them to be consistently winning games. I will say, though, the same thing I said with the Lakers. I think there's a lot of ground for them to figure out. I think there's a lot of time left.
Yeah, absolutely, for them to figure it out.
So I'm going to say down. I'm not going to – I'll say this. They're not the same team they were anymore. I'll agree to that. I think they are on the decline. I think they're on the decline. However, they just won the title last year. So the decline from the title, it's not like they're going to be missing the playoffs. They're still going to be a good team. They're still going to be a competitive team. So down – up on them not being the same as last year, it's because they're not the same as last year, but down as in they're not a bad team. They're a good team. Like I'm up on them not being the same team. They're definitely not a bad team anymore. They're definitely not a bad team, but they're definitely not the same team anymore they were last year. They are, experimenting with these lineups, more of these younger guys. But I just don't feel that it factor that I felt from them and I got from them last year. I think that not like people are alluding to that punch from Draymond, which was a big thing. I'm not gonna lie, like that. Yeah, I'm not gonna lie, like that was a big thing just because you could get in arguments, you can fight, but once you're punching your homie in the face, trying to really knock him out, and then that gets out. I think I had a bigger effect than some people, are giving it credit for. Not everything, but I think it had a big effect on the organization, right? I mean, like you talked about Klay struggles. He's a career 40% from three shooter this season, 33% from 3-point line. Like you talked about Jordan Poole's inconsistency, and then the Warriors not being able to win on the road. They're 8-0 on the road right now. I would have peeled off a road win by now.
Exactly right. I'm like 8-0 on the road, and that was something that last year the Warriors were really good at. They were really good at being able to play on the road. They had really good role players come off the bench, and now they're not good on the road. They lost their good role players in Otto and Juan Toscano Anderson. He sucks for the Lakers, but I don't know what he was doing on the Warriors, but he sucks for the Lakers. Juan Toscano Anderson, Otto Porter, GP. So they had all these, no. Kelly wasn't on the championship roster.
He was on 2 years ago. Right?
Yeah, 2 years. Yeah. But the Warriors, they had a good roster. And I just feel like they kind of lost some of that. They lost a lot of that. And I think that their starting lineup is still raw. Their starting lineup always has a positive plus minus every game, but the issue is you can't expect the starting lineup to win the championship. Like a Bucks, they're full all around. Think some of these other top Celtics full all around. Suns all around team. I know they're choking in the playoffs. Mavs, I wouldn't say they're all around team. They're a Luka team. And Hawks, not as much of an all-around team. Cavs, all-around team. So I'm saying, when you want to win a championship, you can't just have a good starting lineup. You need to have a good all-around team, and I just don't see that from them so far. So
every, I don't remember the last time NBA there was an NBA champion that didn't have a good bench.
Exactly,
The
exactly.
Warriors had a good bench last year. The
Bucks did.
Had a good bench.
The Lakers, their championship year.
They had to win. You need to have a good bench.
That definitely is the roster.
Let me ask you something. Talk to me a little bit about James Wiseman.
Man, he's a boy.
He I know he was also one of your personal favorites as well. Is it a fit thing? Is he? I'm not gonna say. I'm not even gonna throw out the word bust out there because it's way too early. Injured, but. Is he disappointing? Is it a fit thing? What do you think?
In my opinion, I think it's a timeline thing, man. The Warriors are trying to win. Wiseman is trying to learn. He's young, bro. He's young. He was the number 2 pick of the 2020 draft. So he's 22, 23. He's out there trying to learn the game. He's trying to learn, okay, this is, how you play defenses against these certain players. Oh, I got to keep my hands off so I don't get into foul trouble. Just, little nuances of the game that, you only learn by getting out there and being able to play. But the Warriors just won a championship. So it's championship window. So they don't got a time to go let him make all his mistakes and learn through his mistakes. I talk about this all the time. I've actually only talked about a couple of times on the pod with Jay. Talk about Jordan Poole. He is the prime example. When he got drafted the first 2 years he was in the league, the Warriors were the worst team in the NBA those first 2 years. But he played 70 plus games those first 2 years. Mind you, I know Curry was hurt. I know Clay was hurt. They were very hurt. But he played 70 plus games those first 2 years. And now look how good he is. Why? Because he got to play through his mistakes. The Warriors didn't care. They were like, we're not going for a championship. We're not going to make playoffs anyway. Jordan Poole, go out there and get 50 shots up if you want to get 50 shots up, but learn through them, right? Wiseman, in my opinion, has the same potential. I mean, different players, same potential though. I think I always talk about the AD potential. He really can do it all. He can pick and roll, pick and pop, stretch the floor. But the thing is, he doesn't have the chance to learn through his mistakes because when the Warriors are playing him right now, they go on losing streaks like how they did, and the world starts to blow up. Warriors aren't the same anymore, and and then it just comes with this huge weight on the Warriors' shoulder, and then it makes their season bigger. It makes more, more pressure on them. So it just makes everything worse. So I think honestly, he's got the talent. He's a great player. He just doesn't fit the Warriors' timeline. So the Warriors need to decide what to do. Do you trade him and try to go in for this all now window? Or do you look for the future? I say look for the future because I think he's one of those guys. He's one of those guys.
So you keep it.
I'm keeping him. I'm keeping him.
I would too.
I'm keeping him. I'm keeping him, and I'm letting him learn through his mistakes. And I'm hoping that by I'm letting him learn through his mistakes now. Hoping by the end of the season he won't be a seasoned vet, but he'll be hopefully a lot better and at least a role player, come off a serviceable player. At least he won't be a negative out there because so far I get it. He's been a negative, but I don't think the Warriors should freak out and cut his minutes as he's making some DNPs.
I saw,
him and Kuminga, and I think both have a lot to contribute. But
that's the timeline of that Warriors team. So I think that they really should be getting out there and just. It's weird because in basketball they don't have loans like they do in soccer. But though if they could loan them, man, maybe have them grow somewhere else, bring them back, product.
Man, that's crazy about soccer. Yeah. You can just do that. Yeah, that's amazing. Yeah. I would just loan everybody out. I would just try everyone out.
So that's what they do. Like the big teams, they'll buy players. They're not going to get runs on the big team, so they'll loan them out to a smaller team, have them play, develop, learn. And when they're a more polished product, they come back.
Junior got to bring up soccer. Today's the start of the World. Today's the start of the World Cup today, man. Man, I didn't even say in the beginning. November 20th, Sunday, November 20th. We checking in live in LA. But the World Cup's today, man. Shout out to soccer gurus out there, man. Who you got, Junior?
Brazil.
Who you got? Only because they're Brazilian,
and because they got a dope roster. My boy Neymar is gonna get his.
He's playing. He's playing this year.
And he's gonna get his World Cup trophy.
Well, what about my boy Mbappe? He's playing.
Mbappe's playing
for France, right?
France is good. France has got a good team. But I think France is. I have them coming fourth. I have them losing in the third place.
Okay, give us your top four real quick. Top four.
So Brazil beats Portugal in the final.
Okay.
2-0, and Argentina is beating France in the third place match. 2-1. I mean,
Messi's playing. Messi's playing.
Yeah, Argentina's nice this year too. So top four is going to be Brazil in first, Portugal in second, Argentina third, and France in fourth. And I only have Portugal ahead of Argentina because the way the brackets work out, Brazil and Argentina have to play in the semifinals. Unless one of them loses their group. But I think Brazil's the best team, Argentina is the second, Portugal's the third, and France is the fourth.
You heard it here, y'all. You heard it here.
Brazil's winning that sixth World Cup.
That sixth World Cup, man.
It's a lot of sound bites I just put on the spot.
Man, that sixth World Cup. That's what I'm trying to hope LeBron get on that sixth championship. That's what I'm trying to get on, man.
That'd be a good year.
But all right, but y'all heard it here first, man. Junior's live picks for the World Cup. For our soccer gurus out there, enjoy it. Let me know. Let us know in the comments your picks, because we don't just talk about basketball over here. Mainly basketball. We talk about every sport. That's why we do it all, man. That's the all, man. That's the all. But all right, let's keep it pushing here, Junior. Let's get to another segment. I'm pretty sure it's our first time introducing it. Star Bench Cut segment. Everybody knows, fun game to play. I didn't want to do this with you because I know you like to, talk about some of these current players, some of the old players. So we have 5 current, 6 all-time players. So let's go ahead and get into it. This one, I thought about, I was putting this together. I was like, this one is painful, dog. Simmons, Draymond Green, or Matisse Thybulle. Start bench cut.
All in their primes? Or
right now. For these guys, we're going right now.
Okay. Okay, for the current players we're going right now.
Yeah, for the current players we're going right now.
Okay. All right. So on the first one, we're gonna cut Ben Simmons.
Thank you.
It's tough. I mean, Draymond, Matisse Thybulle. I'd probably say right now, I'm probably benching Draymond and starting Matisse Thybulle. It's close though. It's close.
I'm going vice versa. I'm starting Draymond
close,
and I'll bench Matisse. I'm definitely cutting Benson.
Yeah,
absolutely
getting cut.
Absolutely cut. This is absurd. I don't know how he's still in this NBA. But that's another topic.
Benson's getting cut.
He's getting cut. All right, next one we got here. This one's a tough one. I went with a weak one and then a tough one.
Sheesh.
Start bench cut.
I hate to do this, but
Giannis.
Yeah, go ahead. You gotta say
Luka and Tatum.
Sheesh, that's tough, man. All right, it hurts me to do this, but I gotta cut Jason Tatum.
Oh,
I gotta cut because it's not a knock on Jason Tatum. It's
I hear you.
Luka
I hate the competition.
Another world, right? So we have cutting Tatum. I'd say the way he's been playing this season, man, it's tough for me to tell you to bench Luka the way he's been playing. Man. It's really tough. So
it's a tough one.
Unfortunately, but you know what? But Giannis does it on both ends.
He can't even answer this. It's kind of hard to answer, honestly.
Yeah. You know what?
I don't even know my answer to this, honestly.
I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna start Giannis because he does it on both ends.
Okay.
Because he does it on both ends. Luka.
Okay.
Luka's hunted on defense.
Okay.
Right?
That is true.
That's why I'm starting. I like
Giannis.
that.
I'm agree with that.
But it's tough though.
I'm agree with that.
If we were looking at like just offense, I'm gonna probably be starting Luka because right now Luka's getting it done.
Yeah.
Like crazy on offense. I mean, he is leading the league in points, and when he's not scoring, he's facilitating.
Man,
is
Luka is different, man. Luka is different.
So you got the same three?
Same three. Starting Giannis, benching Luka, and cutting Tatum, unfortunately, man.
It hurts, and it's gonna hurt even more when he's a Laker and the sound like
man, we can't wait for that to happen. But all right, let's keep pushing. We got some big mans now.
Okay.
Clint Capella, Miles Turner, DeAndre Ayton.
You run this one first, man.
Okay, Clint Capella. Man, Clint Capella is slept on. I'm not gonna lie. Clint Capella is definitely slept on. So I'm gonna go with bench Clint Capella, cut Miles Turner, and start DeAndre Ayton. I gotta start DeAndre Ayton. DeAndre Ayton be getting a lot of hate because he just the Suns is just like they're just not vibing over there right now. They're winning, but they're not vibing over there. But he's hooping, bro. He's hooping, and he was a big reason that the Suns even got to those 2 championship runs that they got to. He is a big man who can stretch the floor and stay with a lot of guards. I would love to see him be able to shoot the ball a little more, but he can put the ball on the ground relatively. He can stay with guards. I like him a lot.
And honestly, shooting is something I never hold against big man.
But honestly, he has to.
In today's NBA, big men can shoot, but I think maybe it's because the NBA that I grew up watching, big men didn't shoot. So for me, if a big man can't shoot, it's okay, so long as they're performing their other big man duties.
But I gotta see. I don't know. That's interesting. I like that you say that because if a big man can't really shoot, it handicaps the offense so much nowadays.
I think that's because we're used to seeing some shooting.
But that's that's how the offenses are built now, though. You know what I'm saying? Like defenses will know, okay, if you are not a great shooter, we're just kind of gonna play more off. We're not gonna help as much and kind of more double. And then unless you're in the post or unless you're in this mid-range area, we're not even going to pay mind to you, right? So
that's when they got to drive it in the post and put it on the floor and really.
That's when they got to get like Giannis.
Yeah, and really go to work. You know what I mean? And I think that's what makes a player like Nikola Jokic such a threat.
Man,
right? He'll put it on the floor because he can take it to most. I mean, he's huge. He can take it to most players in the post. Oh, now the defense collapsed to help open lane. You know who's going to find it.
Finding that.
So I think that it's like either he's gonna come in and he's gonna get a 1-on-1 matchup and then
he's doing,
or he's gonna find the open shooter, and I think that's what makes him so versatile. But I agree. I got Ayton as a starter, and then I was between Clint and Turner for bench and cut, but I think ultimately I would bench Clint Capella and cut Miles Turner. But it's close though.
It's close
on defense. Sometimes Miles Turner be putting up some impressive Will Chamberlain games.
Man, we're like 6-7 blocks. That'd be crazy.
It's tough. But tell me, what about the next one here? We got SGA, Donovan Mitchell, and Anthony Edwards. That's a tough one.
That's a tough one. But I mean, if we're gonna go current, I know it's gonna sound crazy. I'm starting SGA. I'm benching Donovan Mitchell, and unfortunately, I got to cut Ant, especially current. Ant was balling out last season. Just hasn't really been doing his thing yet. This season hasn't found the rhythm. The Timberwolves, and as a whole, hasn't found the rhythm. Donovan Mitchell, we know what he's doing. I'm pretty sure the Cavs are sitting in the third seed or the fourth seed. But Donovan Mitchell, he's been leading that team while Darius Garland was out for a little bit. But SGA's been on a whole different level, hitting game winners. The Thunder are still sitting at the bottom of the West, like bottom of the 12th seed at 7 and 9. But that's not down to SGA. That's not down to SGA. He's keeping them into these games. He's winning a lot of games for them. So yeah, I'm definitely going SGA as my starter for that.
I gotta go SGA as well for the start, and then I was between D-Mitch and Ant for who gets the bench. And it's tough. And I think what you said is true. And I'm going to roll with Donovan Mitchell because of what you said this season. But if you would have asked me at the beginning of the season, so we'd only seen last season, I would have been going Anthony Edwards because he was on a tear last season.
I'd have probably cut SGA, started Donovan Mitchell, and then cut Anthony. I
actually probably would have started Anthony Edwards at the beginning of this season.
Really?
I probably would have started Anthony Edwards, benched.
That is true. Donovan Mitchell, his stock was kind of low early season.
I would have cut SGA because I think it's no hate, but it's just SGA was nice last season, but this year he's kind of breaking into something different.
Breaking into some different facts.
So this year though, SGA has been balling. I got to go with him for now. Maybe it's a moment thing, but right now he's
yeah. I got it.
He's it.
I'm right there with you. Maybe a prisoner in the moment thing, but it's all good. I'm cool with that's cool with me. All right, last current one right here. Jaylen Brown, Trae Young.
Man, I'm definitely starting Ja Morant.
Yeah, gotta start.
I'm definitely starting Ja Morant. Now, am I starting Trae Young or am I benching Trae Young or Jaylen Brown? That's a tough one. I think I kind of want to say Trae Young.
Yeah, bench.
I kind of want to say Trae Young on the bench.
Oh,
I kind of want to say Trae Young on the bench, but it's one of those that's close.
It's a close one.
It's close. It's close, and I feel like it could go either way. I'm gonna go Trae Young on the bench, Jaylen Brown getting cut. And I really like Jaylen Brown, bro. He's a player I really turned around on. I used to not like him. Not that I used to not like him. I used to think he was very overrated.
Yeah.
I used to think he was very overrated and think he was as good as people give him credit for. That when Shaq was like, I gotta apologize. I wasn't familiar with your game. Yeah. And that's how I had Jaylen Brown. I gotta apologize for like 2-3 years ago. I wasn't familiar with your game that well. Like I gotta definitely go with I would go with Jaylen Brown most times, but Trae Young has also been doing it too.
Trae Young's been doing it. Trae Young's been doing it, but man, I don't know. I can't go with Trae Young over Jaylen Brown. I'm going Jaylen Brown over Trae Young. I mean, we're talking about defensive end. He's better. Honestly, Trae Young creates shots for himself, but not really by himself. It's all usually coming off screens. Jaylen Brown will create a shot for himself coming down court. I don't think Trae Young can create a shot as much as Jaylen Brown. And Jaylen Brown's a better defender.
That's exactly what I was going to say. When I came to mind, I'm like, why did I pick Giannis over Luka? Because Giannis can get it done on both ends. I'm not being consistent if I don't keep the same metric. So I'm gonna call audible here. My one clutch talk audible. The flag for the challenge.
For the challenge flag. I'm
gonna call an audible here. I'm gonna go Jaylen Brown on the bench. Trae Young getting cut. But that's crazy, man. I can't believe I'm cutting Trae Young from anything. Players.
From anything. I mean, we cut Tatum earlier. Yeah. It's crazy. All right. Now we're going to get into the all-time. So when I say these players, you could think of these players in their all-time at their best, not now. Okay. So Chris Paul, Stephen Curry, Magic Johnson.
Start Magic Johnson, bench Stephen Curry, cut Chris Paul.
Man, gotta go with that. Gotta go. I'm going right there.
And they're all great.
They're all great.
I definitely would say Curry and Magic are in a different pantheon than Chris Paul is. I have probably a couple guards between Chris Paul and
it's kind of crazy how Curry passed up Chris Paul.
Yeah, I mean,
Curry's been doing it, but bro, Chris Paul was like the chosen one since not the chosen one, but he was like, rookie of the year. They're supposed to save New Orleans, and he's a great point guard. Like you said, great point guard. But Curry came out of nowhere. And remember at first it was kind of like, Curry did that crazy behind the back and dropped him. And then it was like Clippers and Warriors are going at it for heck long. And the Warriors always had the Clippers numbered. And people were like, no. Some people were like, oh, Curry's way better. Mostly Warriors fans. And then other people were like, no, you crazy. Chris Paul's a legendary point guard, doing it forever. But now, safe to say, Chris Paul has gotten passed up by Stephen Curry.
But you know what's crazy though? I really don't want to go into this too much and make this a Lakers pod. But if Chris Paul would have been, if that trade would have come through, that changes the whole.
That changes. Lakers have like 20 championships.
Yeah. Oh, for sure. Kobe would get a 6, but Chris Paul would probably have 1 or 2 titles already.
Kobe, Chris Paul, Paul Gasol. Come on, man. That team would have been crazy. That team would have been crazy. And I'm pretty sure they talk about when Kobe, Chris Paul, they're like two ultra competitive guys, and they said that they played Team USA together, and they love to play on the same team, on the scrimmages. They were like, we never lost together. We were like, we never lost. Like we just would play together, and we want to win so bad, we do whatever it takes. So.
I would have changed everything. Kobe probably would have ended up like 7 titles. I think they get at least 2 together. That team. Kobe probably ends up with 7 titles. Crazy. Chris Paul's got 2. I mean, it changes completely the way
everything.
It's a different timeline, right? Like I honestly think even the teams that won after that were past, like after Kobe's retirement, it would have been such a crazy domino effect that who knows if the Warriors would have been dominant? Who knows if LeBron goes back to the Cavs after? Who knows if he doesn't steal the Heat?
Yeah, everything changes.
Who knows if LeBron even ends up being a Laker and he ends up winning one in LA? Like so many things would have changed.
Absolutely, that's crazy, man. But all right, so
you got the same.
Yeah, let's keep it pushing. Let's keep it. This one's gonna be tough, especially for you. I did this one for you here. Kevin Durant, Tim Duncan, and Dirk Nowitzki.
Okay,
that's a tough one.
Shit,
that's really tough one. That's I knew you were gonna.
Especially because I usually when I run most of my all-time lists, I run Kevin Durant as a 3 instead of a 4. So I'm comparing them to Duncan and Dirk. So it's gonna be a little tough, but I mean, I think I gotta go. I think I gotta start Tim Duncan. I think I got to start Tim Duncan. I mean, it's tough because Durant and Duncan is tough to compare.
No, I hear. Okay. All right. I hear you, but let's say you're on the court, right? They're there. They're there. You got to start Kevin Durant. You got to start
Tim Duncan. But Tim Duncan is different, though.
It's different.
Tim Duncan is different. He gave you any shot.
But not Kevin Durant. Different.
Not any shot. But he give you one shot and he can score it every time. All right. I got to start Kevin Durant. I got to go Duncan after that. So I'm bench Duncan and cut Dirk.
That's crazy.
If you would have said KG, Tim Duncan, and Dirk, like Kevin Garnett, I probably would have said start Tim, bench Dirk, and cut Kevin.
I had KG at first. I'm not gonna lie. I had KG at first, but then I switched it to KD because I just thought like as far as like just players. That's a tough one to pick between. All right. I'm going start KD. Yeah, bench Timmy and you got to cut Dirk. You got to cut Dirk.
It's also because Dirk is a bucket.
Dirk is a problem.
Dirk is a bucket.
Dirk is a problem.
And he was like, I mean, you think about big man who could shoot. Like Dirk. I think that's the first example that comes.
Dirk is the first one.
Is Dirk? He really paved the way for
one of the championship. And it seems like he won that championship when like LeBron was the most hated on the Heat in a big 3. So. Yeah. No,
Dirk is different.
Shout out Dirk.
Sucks. It's the competition.
Yeah, the competition is too good right now. But
too many greats.
All right, some point guards here: Jason Kidd, Steve Nash, Damian Lillard.
Okay, I'm definitely cutting Damian Lillard.
Definitely cutting Damian Lillard. Wow.
Jason Kidd. I mean, Jason Kidd is like leader in assists, or he's up there.
But none Kidd nor Nash can score at the level that Dame can.
No, they can't. You're right. They can't. But I think they provide other factors on the floor that make them as, I guess I'll say, as competitive as, or as good of competitors as Dame Lillard. And I'll say another thing. Kid's got a ring. And I don't think Nash does. And Dave doesn't.
I'm not sure.
On the Dallas Mavericks.
Oh, he on the
Dallas Mavericks team.
Yeah, so, he was big on. He was contributing. Yeah,
I'm not gonna say it was New Jersey Nets, Jason.
Yeah, I was about to say, didn't that Nets team get smacked by the Lakers?
They did. They did lose in the finals. And that's the thing. He got to the finals. And Nash could have had a ring. Nash has got 2 MVPs, but I think
one is stolen.
Both of them should have gone to Kobe. Actually, one of them should have gone to Kobe. The other one should have gone to
Shaq. Oh, okay.
Shaq too.
Shaq be tripping on Nash.
But I think Dirk could have gotten one of the years that I think. What did he win? 06 and 07? No, 07 was actually Kobe's only MVP.
Let's see.
And we're gonna have to pull it up now. It's been a minute. But yeah, I mean, so it must have been 05 and 06 then.
They got the MVP in
05. I think I'm going to say 05 and 06.
05, 06.
Yeah, 04 and 05 and 05 and 06,
Yep.
right?
Okay. Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
I
04 and
think
05.
I'm going
Back to back.
Kobe wins one of those, and Dirk wins the other one. That's what I think.
Man.
Shaq could get a shout.
Just snatch them both from Nash.
I'm gonna go Kid, Nash, Dame. Kid start, Nash bench, Dame cut. It's close.
I gotta start Kid, Dame come off the bench, and I gotta cut Nash. Honestly,
that's tough.
That's tough. I don't know. Honestly,
point guard, you know?
I don't know, man. Maybe I start Nash over Kid. I don't know because Nash could shoot too. Though.
And Nash I was gonna say Nash mid-range was Nash
strap.
Yeah, I mean now he's just making TikToks, but
shout out Steve Nash, man. Got saved out of that Brooklyn situation, but all right,
we'll see if he turns around because remember Kid was also on the the Bucks and
on the Nets, yeah.
He was on the Nets,
and then he went to the Bucks, yeah,
he was on the Bucks too, and he
did not know.
He was bad on the Bucks.
I mean, Nash just didn't look like a good coach at all. Though.
Yeah.
Like,
I mean, we'll have to see. I'll give it the benefit of the doubt. It's only been a season or two. Let's see if he regroups and turns it around.
All right, let's see it. All right, you ready? Now we're gonna get into some crazy ones here. Okay. Prime Kobe, prime LeBron, or prime Jordan.
That's so tough. That's in my opinion, the best three players of all time.
Yeah.
The best three players of all time. Like how am I gonna pick? Crap, man. Okay, well. I'm gonna have to go with prime LeBron because prime LeBron was just getting it done. Dude, I was gonna get it done on both ends. So did Kobe. So did Jordan. Like it's tough to pick. Probably prime LeBron. Dude, I can't cut Kobe. I can't cut Kobe. I have to.
You have to. At this point, okay. But just as far as question wise, as far as question, yeah, it's hard to cut.
If someone was posed the same question I was, and it wasn't Junior, because Junior can't cut Kobe. I can't cut Kobe. But if someone was posed the same question, man, I'd probably have to say you got to start LeBron. You got to bench Jordan, and then honestly, you got to move everybody on the roster and find a way to
find a way to bench Kobe. Just run with those three. Just run with those three. You're gonna figure it out.
Don't even do that. Start LeBron. Start Kobe, start Jordan, and that's fine.
3 on 5.
Don't even give me the other two.
3 on 5. 3 on 5. We playing 3 on 5 out here, man.
It's tough. Yeah, this is a difficult one.
Yeah, I'm right there with you. Definitely starting LeBron. Unfortunately, cutting Kobe and keeping Jordan off the bench.
It's crazy.
But all right, now this one's one I really want to get your opinion on. We talked about this the other day. Second time Cavs, LeBron. Or if you feel like first time Cavs LeBron is better. That's what I think. Second time Cavs LeBron, Heat LeBron, or Lakers LeBron.
All right. I'm gonna say this is a great question. You mentioned we talked about this. So I did have some time to sit and think about it a little bit. So I do have my choice, but I don't want everybody out there listening to think that I just snapped on this answer like it was nothing. This is not.
Yeah, we did talk about this like yesterday.
We talked about this yesterday. So this is not an easy question, but I have to go with Heat LeBron, okay, because the Heat LeBron was a monster and was getting it done on both ends. Like that was peak villain LeBron.
Yeah.
And he was getting like that. I think it was 2012.
Yeah, it was like his prime of athleticism.
The defensive player of the year that went to Mark Gasol.
Yeah.
Should have gone to LeBron James.
Yeah.
Like that LeBron was different. So Heat LeBron's definitely number one. I'm gonna probably say, look. I'm gonna probably have to say Cavs LeBron is number two, and I'm gonna tell you why. LeBron on Lakers has been good, but obviously it isn't prime LeBron. It's because it's LeBron, so we're looking at it. And he's still getting it done. Like he damn near led the league in scoring last year. He really didn't because he didn't want to last season.
Yeah,
and still, I'd have to put the Cavs LeBron ahead of him, just because it's still a step back from what that LeBron's doing. I mean, that's a 3-1 lead, LeBron.
Yeah.
That's tough. And he was getting also done on both ends. That was like by any means necessary, LeBron. Sheer strength, sheer will, LeBron. And I think Heat LeBron was more talented. So I'm going to go Heat LeBron, second Cavs LeBron, Lakers LeBron. Then, and just for the fuck of it, because we're doing it,
the first time LeBron.
After Lakers LeBron.
Yeah.
And I will say this too. If he can snatch one more title with the Lakers, which is looking a little tough right now, but if he can snatch one more title with the Lakers, he'll have spent more time in LA than in any other team except for the Cavs, but he'll have had more. So he'll have, they got a local. He'll have more time in LA than he did in Miami, and more titles in LA than he did in Miami or Cleveland, because Miami he had 2, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Miami he had 2 championships.
Miami.
Yeah, 2 championships Miami.
Yeah. So A lot of people say like LeBron, like all time, he's not a Laker, but I don't know if that's necessarily true.
How he won a championship as a Laker?
I know exactly. He's had
he cemented himself. He won a championship.
He's cemented himself as the Lakers legend for sure. When you win a title and you're the head of winning a title, especially in the way that they did. I mean, do you remember that 2020 season? That team started 17-2. That team was waxing the entire. This is another reason why I'm not going to get into this too much right now, but the whole bubble thing, like, bro, the Lakers were waxing teams in and out of the bubble. Like they could get it in the bubble, out of the bubble, in New York, in Florida, in Los Angeles, in Miami, you name it. The Lakers were giving it to everybody.
And I mean, just to add just to add on that, I mean, hey, people like be like, oh, the bubble championship doesn't count. Okay, now let's make some sense of this. Okay, these guys are so used to this is what these guys do for a living. Like LeBron's been doing this for longer than I've been alive. Actually, to be real, LeBron's been but almost as long as I've been alive, LeBron's been doing this, right? They're used to their routine. They go to practice, they come home, they see their kids, they see their wives, they see their dogs, they see the people that make them okay mentally, emotionally. They see the people who keep them sane, and then they go to their job, right? Now this is just hoop. And no, this isn't like you're living at your mom's house and your mom's paying rent and like all this. No, now like your kid that you freaking love to see every day, you can't see. That the kid that made you right mentally, your girl, calmed you down, made sure you were straight, got your snacks ready. Now you don't got it. Now you got to get your own snacks ready. Now you got to get your own pregame. So all these little things, bro, that people like say like, oh, it made it easier. No, you crazy. You made it harder. You took these players out of their element and you put them in a whole different element. Bro, Paul George himself, Paul George is balling out. As a matter of fact, just last night, dropped like 21 points in like 14 minutes. Just that. Said he couldn't do it in the bubble because it was mentally messing him up. You think he's the only one? No. Everybody else went through it. But why the Lakers persevered through it. So I hate to hear that.
I honestly, I'm going to tell you, not just because the Lakers won. I love that bubble, man.
That bubble team was amazing.
Straight hoop, no excuses, no side action, no nothing.
Man.
Just straight hoop. And man, like, I miss that sometimes, honestly. I love to see
the bubble
just straight hooping, like nothing else on nothing. Just how good are you on a basketball court? Yeah. Let's see it. And
Jamal Murray was balling out that one, man. That was crazy.
That was great. And yeah, that was a great season, man. That was a great season. But yeah, I gotta go with that route. I gotta go LeBron, Heat LeBron, Cavs LeBron, second Cavs LeBron, Lakers LeBron. You got the same?
Yeah. I'd have to go with that. I did say when we were talking this year, I was like, what? Like Lakers LeBron that far? But it's just, that Heat LeBron, his athleticism was ridiculous. That Cavs LeBron, his athleticism was still ridiculous, but now he has like developed a whole nother like mental IQ. He knew the game. Now Lakers LeBron still game is still crazy. IQ is probably the highest it's ever been because the older you get, the smarter you get. But athleticism is the lowest it's probably ever been. So
injuries now, like it's a different time for sure. But I mean, still shit. Any of these three LeBrons getting in the Hall of Fame.
So don't matter how you break it down. But all right, let's get to the last segment here, Junior. I'm gonna say a team name, and honestly, just tell me the first player that comes to mind. When you think of this team name, we don't have every team. We have like just 10 teams here, I believe. So let's run it off here. The Phoenix Suns.
Steve Nash.
Okay.
What about who you got?
Phoenix Suns after Steve Nash. Yeah, I'd have to go Steve Nash. Philadelphia 76ers. Joel Embiid. I know you are 4 years older than me, but I think that's a big I mean, I just think it's a generational thing, man. It's just like, you ask OGs about Jordan and LeBron. They're like, well, LeBron sucks. You know what I'm saying? They're like, LeBron freaking sucks. Like, right? So I think it's that, man. I do think AI was a legend in Philly, but I think,
because AI was one of the reasons I started watching basketball. Like for me, AI, like my Mount Rushmore, like influential players that I watch, Kobe, AI, and T-Mac, and Vince Carter. Like those are my favorite players growing up, right? So for me, like I gotta go AI because I remember those classic the Black Sixers.
The Black Sixers jerseys.
I think it used to be called the Wachovia Center at the time where they used to play.
Mm-hmm.
Man, like, and they had these sick ass Sixers logo.
Yeah, the Sixers logo is dope. Yeah, I've seen that one. Not the OG.
Man, I remember that. Those were hard throwbacks. But yeah. I gotta go with AI. I gotta go with AI for the Sixers.
Yeah. I'll go with Joel Embiid for now, but That's more of a new age pick. But all right, Cleveland Cavaliers.
Gotta be LeBron.
Gotta be LeBron. Yeah, gotta be LeBron. Lakers.
Kobe.
Yeah.
It has to be Kobe. Now, OG's probably say Magic. I think, what was it? LA Times put out an article, top 75 Lakers of all time. They actually had Magic as number 1 and Kobe as number 2. Look, I
can't disagree with that. Yeah,
I couldn't tell you how it was to live in the moment with Magic playing, because he was before my time.
Yeah.
But Kobe, it was different. Kobe was different. Like, I have to go Kobe. Kobe's like, you think Lakers, I think Kobe. Like,
yeah.
Think NBA, I think Kobe.
Yeah.
Like that.
It has to.
That's the single player. That's my favorite player of all time.
It has to.
I'll even admit, like we're talking about LeBron and Kobe. Like, I'll admit LeBron's a better player. But my favorite player is Kobe.
Guys, this took me and Junior. It took me a little shorter than it took Junior to be able to admit that. I started admitting that probably like 2019, like 2020, like like around 2019, 2020, I started admitting, I was like, yeah, LeBron is the great. All throughout high school, like if you ask anybody who went to high school, like I used to get in heated arguments, but it doesn't matter if you're a teacher, student, like anything. I was like, LeBron's not better than Kobe. LeBron's not better than Kobe. And because I just, like I Junior said, he grew up on Kobe. It's my big brother, so I didn't know where I was growing up on Kobe. So I was just a diehard Kobe guy. But I mean, if we just talk about basketball.
Yeah. I would say I was on those arguments too. When I was in high school, Kobe was better.
No. When you were in high school, was it because you were in high school was like what, like 2012, 2013?
Yeah, so like Kobe was better at the time.
Yeah. Kobe, yeah. But that also was around that time. That also was like Kobe's downfall and LeBron's climb up. So like, the LeBron haters, LeBron lovers hated. Man, do we love to see that? We almost
got one too.
Yeah.
Wasn't the year that the Magic went to the final?
Yeah, it was. I actually shout out Shannon Sharp, because Shannon Sharp had Dwight Howard on his podcast, the Club Shay Shay, and then he was talking about how he was like Dwight, you realize that Magic team that you had is the reason we never got to see Kobe and LeBron in the finals. And then he's like, yeah, but we got to see Dwight and Kobe. He's like, yeah, but we didn't get to see LeBron and Kobe. And then I was like, man, exactly.
Dwight and Kobe, because that shit was over in 5 days.
Man, that shit was over quick, man. Yeah, that was different, man. But yeah, it's got to be Kobe. Got to be Kobe. But let's keep pushing the Pistons.
Chauncey Billups.
Wow.
Chauncey Billups, because I remember 14 money. I'm thinking, there's a lot of better players out there.
There definitely is.
Yeah, but I'm thinking, I don't even, what's funny with the Pistons? I don't think of a single player. I saw Pistons, I thought Billups, Hamilton, Wallace.
I was about to say Ben Wallace. Wallace. I thought about I did think of IT, but not the first one. Not
yeah.
And
that's because we didn't grow up on Isaiah Thomas.
Yeah, I did think of OG Isaiah Thomas, but I'm thinking more Ben Wallace. Every time I think it, I just think of that blue jersey with the red Pistons, and Ben Wallace got his headband, a big old hair. Yeah.
Remember, it was Ben Wallace, Rasheed Wallace, Tayshaun Prince, Richard Hamilton, and Chauncey Billups.
That team was working. Team was about that. Like
the Pistons, I remember them as a team, not as a single player.
Which is good as a team.
Yeah, for sure.
All right, but what about the Washington Wizards?
Double guns, Gilbert
Arenas, 007, 000.
Man,
he was crazy.
Definitely gotta be Gilbert Arenas. He was balling. Gilbert Arenas, now that we get older,
was way ahead of his time.
Lillard, bro.
Was way ahead of his time.
But he just wasn't winning.
Yeah, and also shooting from where Curry and Dame are shooting from nowadays. So yeah.
I think a lot about Gilbert Arenas was definitely a player that I think probably would have got more love in this generation than he did last year.
Facts. So shout out Gil. All right.
Gil as well?
Yeah, I got Gil as well. Celtics?
Probably Bill Russell.
Larry.
I think he's Larry Bird. I think that Celtics for me, Bill Russell, Larry Bird, they're all legendary. The first player that came to my mind was Bill Russell, but probably Larry Bird's probably a better shout. But
Larry Bird, I just imagine
that I watched. The Celtics won titles since the fall of the Berlin Wall, so that was in the 80s.
Yeah,
so it's the Celtics. They have a couple more. They have more history to build. I think here
they do got more
recent history. A lot. Would have got 10 titles before players were even allowed to trade teams or teams are even allowed to trade players.
That's most of their titles.
You win one title. You run it back. Everybody runs it back with the same team. You're still be the best team every season.
No doubt about it.
I don't know. We got to fact check some of these Celtic titles here. No, I'm just kidding. I gotta say probably go Russell because that's the last time they were relevant.
Yeah, I gotta go Larry just because that classic 33, the green, the bird.
Yeah. Larry legend for sure. Jason Tatum
is coming up,
making a case.
It's coming up until he gets traded to the Lakers. Well, all right. What about the Milwaukee Bucks?
Bro,
Giannis,
Kareem, and Giannis.
Honestly, I know it sounds crazy. It's got to be Giannis. I think Giannis is putting them right back on the map, bro. Like Giannis is, and he's just like one of those. We talked about it yesterday. He's probably like the greatest. Again, not just basketball wise. Overall, like, what are you doing off the court? What are you doing on the court? Like, just in general, the greatest superstar we have right now. Like, he's over here making dad jokes, like on his off time. He's just chilling. He's chilling.
He's chilling. Yeah, he's like that. I'd say Giannis is up there for sure. I'd say Giannis and Kareem. I mean, Kareem was just Kareem. Like,
yeah.
It's different.
But I feel like Kareem been on so many teams, though. You know, you think Lakers, Kareem. Like, you could go so many ways with Kareem.
I think Kareem. Look, Kareem. Probably I think of him as a Laker more than I think of him as a Buck.
Me too.
If you look at like the numbers and like everything, he's probably was a better player on the Bucks than the Lakers. He was a little bit older on the Lakers already. Mm-hmm. Still getting it done because he's Kareem, but he's a little bit older. But I'm gonna say Giannis too, just because also Kareem played in the Bucks like in the freaking 60s and 70s. So it might have been the early 70s. So it's not like I was watching him, you know, so I'll probably say Giannis too.
Okay, yeah, I'm right there with you. All right, last two teams. We got the Heat.
Jesus and LeBron, I'm paying.
Dwayne Wade, yes, of course. The Mavs.
I'm not gonna say Luka yet. I gotta say Dirk Nowitzki. Dirk Nowitzki was getting it done because Dirk.
Maybe I'm in prison of the moment right now too much.
Dirk Nowitzki from that era. Remember how
Dirk was getting
T-Mac and Allen Iverson. Everybody, Dirk Nowitzki's from that era. I gotta go Dirk.
Yeah.
I think of Dirk hooping in that 2011 finals.
Yeah, 2011.
And was getting to work.
Yeah. He gave LeBron and Dwayne Wade work that year.
Yeah, he did.
And he had the flu. Yeah, the flu. LeBron and Dwayne Wade making fun of him. He still came out and torched him.
Yeah, I gotta go Dirk Nowitzki.
Yeah,
Dirk or Luka.
Man, I might be in prison the moment too much now because Luka's averaging 36 points per game. But you're right. I gotta go Dirk. That'd be so disrespectful to Dirk, bro. Like Dirk, like put the Mavs on the
Dirk
map.
Had a title too.
Yeah, you're right. Yeah, it's got to be Dirk. That's
because Kareem and Giannis, like Giannis got a title. Giannis got a depoy with the Bucks, but
yeah.
Luka is yet to win. He hasn't won a single
award or anything.
A substance, and that's not a knock on him. It's just, he's like 21. 22.
Yeah, no,
he's got time. And he's gonna get up there.
But Dirk did his time. I agree.
He got his title.
I agree.
I gotta go Dirk.
Yeah, I'm right there with you. But I think it's a good place for us to go ahead and wrap it up here. This is a fun, jam-packed episode. Sure. We introduced our show, say a team, and tell me your logo, start, bench, cut. Did our up or down report. We always did our Pirtle game, man. We got it in 2 guesses, man. That is huge. So I think it's a good place for us to go ahead and wrap it up here. But before we leave, I have to talk about something. This is about a month or so into the season, but guys, let me give myself a pat on the back because I called it the Timberwolves. I said, y'all, the Timberwolves are really not that raw. And everyone was like, and Hill and Greg, shout out our guy Greg. We had Greg on the pod. They were like, how? Tell me how. The Timberwolves were this good last year, this good. They bringing up all these numbers, which is true. And now they added a great player in Rudy Gobert. And I talked about Rudy Gobert, my qualms with him. And everybody's like, no. And I caught a lot of hate for it, even from some of the family out there, except my guy Garrett. Garrett showed me some love. Now what's going on? The Timberwolves are not playing well. All my qualms, all my worries that I've had about them are true. I don't understand how Rudy Gobert and Cat are going to work on the floor together. D'Lo's inconsistent. He can't bring them together. And I was wrong about Ant. Ant was going to have a breakout year. And then also the Nets. The Nets, I called it. I said, no way this team works. And people were like, no, you're crazy. Ben Simmons can still contribute. Kevin Durant and Kyrie Irving. I said, no, the drama. Said Ben Simmons, in my opinion, still isn't an NBA player. He's not an NBA caliber player. Is he a good basketball player? Yeah, compared to randoms. But NBA caliber player, I don't think Ben Simmons should be in the league. I'm just gonna stick on that. I said the same thing about Ben Simmons when he came into the league. It took people a long time to realize I was right about that. So I got to give myself props on the back because I never even gave myself props on the back for the whole Ben Simmons situation. So I got to give myself for this. And that suck. I called it. The Timberwolves suck. I called it.
You heard it here first.
You heard it here first, baby. You know what it is. But Junior, do you have any last words to say before we sign off here?
I appreciate it. I love coming on, man. This was a fun episode. We had some good back and forth here, especially with the start bench cuts. That was
tough.
Some of those were tough, man. Some of those were tough. But no, man, I had a blast. I'm looking forward to the next one. Like John said, we got to go see Clippers Spurs yesterday. It was a blowout, but we saw Paul George go to work, Jacob Poto go to work. Like this was a good game. This was a good episode. I'm happy. Thank you for having me on, brother.
Yes, sir, bro. Yes, sir. And yeah, guys, just stay tuned. You know what I'm saying? We definitely got a lot coming from as far as, content wise, video wise. Stay tuned and make sure you check out our Instagram, our TikTok, our Twitter. Again, it's just Clutch Talk Pod. Get at us over there. But if that's it, then we out of here, y'all. Clutch Talk out.